Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of CanalTown here in City Skylines, where last episode we implemented more of our canal system to get more places connected and mainly getting our theme park all hooked up as well, so people can now transport via ferry, because this is CanalTown, to many of the new destinations we have recently implemented. Today we're going to try and build a couple of new junctions to the highway so we can kind of ease the vehicle access, because there's a certain area where it's starting to slowly back up, and we'll see how far we get before we do some more expansion. So if you do enjoy this series and want to see more of CanalTown, then make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're already here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when the next episode does come out. But boom, we are back, boys, and you can see the beautiful lengths that we kind of created for our canals, and the roads all implemented ready for future expansions in this area. So we've done the bare minimum then to get these little ferry lines all hooked up. There's a lot of people waiting over here, which is glorious. We do need to at some point just check out these new routes, well, all the routes to be honest with you, to see if I need to add more boats or take some boats away, depending on all the demands. Now for the longest time, right, we've recently started to get this little bit of a backup right now on this road, which is not a problem because it doesn't really cause much issues. But if I don't kind of alleviate this, as I build more and more up around these areas, we're just going to get more and more traffic, and eventually this will slowly start backing up all the way into the highway. We did turn it into a symmetrical road to allow the people turning right to kind of flow through, which did reduce the backup, but it is just going to get worse and worse. Now, I'm going to get rid of the ability there for them to stop, so they'll just keep flowing through. Make it a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a couple of new highway junctions. Now, they're not going to solve the issue. They're just going to alleviate the pressures and just give the citizens more alternative routes to get to the highway. And one of them being, this road needs to kind of come down and it needs to link to this road here for this woodland industry, which I can create a little junction just here. Obviously, it's quite far-fetched to go from that distance, but every vehicle that uses this is one less vehicle using this. Now, I could make this a lot more efficient, but I just like the design. And also, I implemented this road that cuts across. I could use this road here to connect to this the same way in which we use these ramps there to connect to this area. It just worked out, and I think it will be a great addition. So let's start with this one then. Let's start all the way over here. And we have, which is going to merge in from this smaller 4-lane road to the kind of chunky boy 4-lane road. So let's do that transition, which I think will be quite nice. So we need the, I think it's this road. Is it this road? Let me just quickly double check. Yes, it is that road. Glorious. So we are currently 23. Where's the 20? I think the 20 is just there, isn't it? So that is the 20. So by the 10, I bring it up to 10, okay? Now on this side, which them nodes, are these nodes off-centered? Yes. So I quickly pause. Right, and let me try and do this to a point where, is that the 3-lane highway? Yeah. Where these are going to be matching identical. So there's a node there, and then that's the 10. Which I'm actually going to bring... Oh, I need to... Hold on, I need to raise it by 10 first. That's the 10 away from here, which is the same distance that's away from that road there. But the difference is, I'm going to bring this over to a 15, because we've got to extend it as far over. Or I might need to upgrade that to the different road as well. The 4-lane road, the one with trees. There we go. So we make that transition to a thicker style road for more of a boulevard feel. So that's to there. We'll get the highway road back in, by the way. So hold on. And boom. And at what point do you reckon we transition it from this road to this road? I reckon we do it on this one here, on the first on and off ramp. So what we'll do, right, well, this is going to be a 10. Now I reckon we bring it by a 5 there. We then do a 5 here. This is where we can do the on and off ramps. Does that feel the same? That's a 5. That's a 5. I think because of how skinny it is, it just makes it feel like this is a lot shorter than that one. It's weird, isn't it? It is really weird. But highway style roads anyway, we'll go for these standardized slips. And, oh, I think we're going to have to do it with a normal style road first. And then we'll upgrade it as we go along. So we'll do a 10 this way. We'll do a 10 this way. Right, I'll flip it all around to the right directions eventually. I'm just trying to get this all set up for my slips. There we go. So back to the highway, we need to upgrade you and flip you, upgrade you, upgrade, flip, upgrade. So then, I reckon we then do, what do you reckon the best way to bring this in would be? Should I go down by another 10 and then bring it down to a 5 and then kind of cut it in by a 10? I'm thinking we go a little bit fruity. A little bit longer than what we would normally do because it will give me the ability to kind of run the vehicles a little bit longer on the slips. And then obviously we've got to do it by 10. Which would also allow me to kind of, you know, go for the system of doing the back and forth 2 lanes at the bulk end of it and all that kind of jazz. We'll add some bends in. It looks very diamondy right now. It does look very diamondy, doesn't it? Right, 10. And obviously flip you around. So all I'm going to do is bend you like this, mate. Bend you like that. Bend you like that. Alright, we'll probably come back to these and change them. Because maybe these bends are a little bit too harsh. But at the same time, we also need to upgrade the middle road right now to a 2-lane. For the lane math. Lane math. And we'll go like that. So keep it nice and simple. And then the big 4-lane, big tree version then just goes wabam straight across. So you merge from there into there. Do you know what? The transition's quite seamless. You don't really notice it too much. So what we'll quickly do, right? We'll quickly add in the turns here and here for the lane math. And because that node's so close, I'm going to keep that like that there just because it's so close. And also here, it would make good sense to bulk this in to a, from this point there to there, on all of these into 2 lanes. So they've got their ability and they understand how they kind of now approach this. So actually, let me turn off traffic lights first. So how it would work is this is your left turn, right turn, sorry, this is your right turn. That's pretty much it. This turns here, this turns here. And then we're just trying to ultimately minimize the amount of crossovers that they can do. I know there's still crossovers that are going to happen. There's not really a fat lot you can kind of do about that. But hey ho, there you go. Well, that goes straight over. That turns into there. That goes to there. Now we do. Oh, we're about to say, yeah, we have a node just here, so they can do the crisscrossing on that little section before they approach to any of these junctions. So that kind of works. So play mode. We're back into play mode. So right, that's glorious. All I'm now going to do is just quickly set up the elevation changes for all of this. So from there down to there, that's better. There down to there, glorious. There to there, there to there. Right, glorious. So that creates the junction. At the minute, ultimately, they can only really access the farmland area, but simplistic, basic, simple, no stress, no dramas, does exactly what I need it to do. If it becomes more of an issue, we'll kind of switch things. But I don't see this being overloaded, which is why I created like this type of version. So now, I've got to bring it down to here with these trees. Oh, I just realized these trees over here are the ones in the middle. The boulevard style. So, okay. Okay. Right, the ones with the trees in the middle is it the grass avenue? Yeah, it is. It is them ones. Right, so if I, because we have to create the bend down, but if I kind of take it from here, right, and if I run this straight there, because I know it's all kind of windy and bendy, and that's what I really like about this. We'll go straight there, and then we'll kind of do a little swoopity swoop swoop, the swoopity swoop swoop. Like that, and then straight in. For some reason it's oh no, it is a different type of road. What road do I have here? 4-lane with trees, is it this one? No. Is it this one? What is this one? Decorative tree. I do apologize. Right, there we go. So I'm going to delete this back by 1, 2, 3. And then what we'll do, we'll utilize the connection tool like this to this. Spread it out as much as we can. So we have, again, another seamless transition. Wait, hold on. Is this the right road? Because that's chunky. very chunky. I feel like I've now got the wrong type of road. Maybe the seamlessness didn't work. Oh, bridge. No, I'll keep it elevated. Right, I'll do it to there. That's fine. Right, has that messed up any of this? It has messed up this. So, turn, straight, turn, straight over. Okay, glorious, glorious. Okay, there we go. You know what? It actually still works quite seamlessly. So that then goes down, and now we have the ultimate connection. So a lot of these guys coming this way then, who would have before gone straight ahead, are now coming out here to do a left to enter this area. So originally they would have come down here, done the left, and they would have gone through here. They're going to round this, which obviously doesn't affect this, but around here. But as it comes down and crosses, it might stop some vehicles pulling out to the left here from this way. But already it's kind of freed it up. So, I mean, I'm not saying that has instantly kind of fixed it, but there's no backups right now, which is pretty cool to see. Pretty cool to see. So we'll see how that goes. I always forget there's a toll booth over here. So we'll see how that goes. If that kind of does this place wonders, maybe we don't need this additional connection over there. You never know. We'll see what happens. We'll ultimately see what happens. Like, I still feel like we're going to need it. So maybe we can kind of take a look at it. So if I was to implement it here, right, how did I do this one? Because looking at it, I have 1, 2, I have 3 connections, which means we have 2 for one direction and 1 for the other. So 2 to enter, 1 to exit. Which kind of makes sense because the exit one hits the roundabout, which you can go all the way around. The enter one is the ones coming from the roundabout. And these guys here who have no option, because if you're coming from this way, you could hit the roundabout like this, go around, bam, in. If you're coming from this way, again, you hit the roundabout, you know, down and in. But these guys, they could use that one, but it means they're going to go round the roundabout again from here, causing more issues. But at the same time, that's kind of fine. But, you know, like I said, it causes more issues. You've got to crisscross everybody. It just alleviates the traffic. Now, if I wanted to create this on this side, you would need this one here kind of cutting under and in. Right. Then you would need one coming off here to cut in. And then you need the one to exit onto here. Oh, it's ever so confusing because you kind of got to switch. Which makes it, like I said, so confusing. I don't know if I want to do it now. I mean, this looks pretty free. I'm not saying that solved the issues, but every vehicle that uses this is not using this. There's a bunch of vehicles now coming down. I mean, you're going to get the backlog, the backup. Maybe I do it in a... I mean, this is pushing boundaries I don't really want to attempt. Because I've got to do the... I mean, it works here because we split the entry points. And again, I could do the same for this. But you would want to keep it all nice and simple. Nah, I mean, I'll have to give this area a little bit more thought. I don't want to dive into it just yet because, you know. Right, okay. So, we've built that. Right, I've still got this system here using these ferries because I've left them like that style. Because it reminds me that I do need to edit it at some point. It's only there just to get the people moving back and forward. So if I quickly check out the ferry lines then, because I might need to add some more or take some away. So 3,300 people using ferries a week. If I do it by line name, let's start with line 1. So line 1 has lots of ferries on. And it seems to be doing a fantastic job. We'll keep that as it is. Line 2. We could probably take 2 away because there's a couple there that don't look that busy. I'll take 2 away for now. I'm actually going to take 1 away from line 1. Because there's a couple there that are very low. So I'll just take away 1 for now. Line 3, because this is the thing. The more lines you add, the more you take away from the other lines. Okay, there's a lot of... What is line 3? Jeez, 1,000 people waiting here? The orange route? So that kind of... it's like a central route. Where does it come from? Holy moly, okay. That's why we need the other route going this way around. So that orange route, I can't add any more to it, but we need more demand on it. So this green route 4, we could probably take 3 away from that. Right. Line 5. Yeah, we don't need this many on line 5. I'm going to reduce this down to 5. Line 6. I'll keep the 2 just because they come then often. Line 7. Oh, you get away with 1, but there's 10 on this? No freaking way there's 10 on this. I'm going to put 2. I'm putting 2 on that, boys. Holy smokes. Right, line 8. Actually, no, I just realised there's more scrolling on that. Line 7. The scrolling's all down here. Okay, no. I do need the 8. I do need the 8. My bad. Line 8 itself, we could probably take about 3 away from this one. Then we're on to line 9, which could probably do with an extra 3. There we go. Line 10 could do with a couple of extras. I'll bring this up to 10, so we'll double the capacity on that one. Line 11. I'll keep it like that. Well, I mean, it looks fine to me. Line 12. Holy smokes. We are going to put this to a maximum of only adding a 2 additional one, which will do that as well. Where's this line as well? So that... Oh, that's the one that needs the one going the opposite direction. Ah, okay. Okay. Right, line 13. We don't need this many on, so I'm going to bring this down to 3. Line 14. I'll bring this down to 3 as well. And then finally, the last line, which is my makeshift line, which will be eventually deleted. We've got quite a few boats or peeps need to be transported on this, so we'll up this to 12. That will eventually be deleted when I've set up better systems for everything else. Okay, so hopefully those small little changes will improve things. The backlog's still here right now, so do you know what? We're going to take a look at this. We're going to do it. We are going to do it. So if I bought this out, this is the issue I've got right now. We're going to go for a highway style road, and we're just going to go for the standard national road here, like that. So I need to make this one go out to there, but then make this one kind of come in from down here to loop back into there. It makes no sense. It honestly makes no sense. So, oh no, it does make sense. I've just thought of something that I can do. This might be over-engineered though. So if I bring this out by a 5x5, if I do a 5 by... Come on, you damn fool. Okay, actually, I'm going to go a bit longer. 6x6. Bring this up to a 10. Right, I'm going to make the right lane then turn off to go back to bend round to connect in. And then make that lane coming off here, bend in to go this way. Like I said, over-engineered. But this is going to be interesting. So then if I don't want to do a 6x6, because the 12 is all the way down there. So if I then do a 4x4 to then do a 4x4 to then run this completely over. Is this asking for trouble? This is asking for trouble, right? And then if I move this way, but obviously flip it round, because we got to do a little bit of hoo-ha right now to get this connected. So if I chose, because it goes from a 3-lane to a 2-lane, and I'm not going to do any more math off this, but if I go from here to there, for example, and then with the power invested in the move it tool, right, if I bring you like that, it's asking for trouble, isn't it? That's probably better. So you get your turn off there to stay on the right side to enter. Then this one you got to flip around to make it kind of... I mean, I could made it go down and under to connect in. This is so over-engineered, isn't it? I don't know why I'm doing it like this. I know that I'm going to eventually, probably next episode, delete this. So if I stick to the 4x4 bend, right, bring this up, and then obviously connect in. Now this, like I said, it's so over-engineered. It's unreal. Admit it, guys, you hate this, right? You hate this. But it gives me the ability to have an on and off ramp. I know it's ugly, it's weird as hell. Now I would have to add another one in here to link it in, but I'm thinking these guys from this side can just kind of go up and around and then turn off. That's what those guys can do. So that's hilarious. Let's all laugh. Let's go. Right, after 3, 2, 1. Ha 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 ha. Right, we've all laughed at it right now. We all find it hilarious. But as weird as it is, it will work. Just roll with it, okay? Just roll with it for now. We'll just see how much this gets utilized, and we'll see if it takes much away from this. Because this ain't really doing much help right now, is it? But that's for the future. This is for when I build stuff over here anyway. So, you know, take it easy, boy. Take it easy right now. But yeah, interesting. So, see how busy this becomes. It's all looking like it's going to be picking up a little bit. But we'll see how busy it truly gets. If it's overwhelming, we won't do it. But we'll just see what the long-term effects are on this area down here. Interesting. I could just delete all of this and make such a better variation of it, but I'm keeping this, okay? Before anybody says delete it, I'm keeping this. I want it to still have its, you know, original characteristics. Oh my, what is he doing? What is he doing right now? Anyway, right, we'll leave this to do what it's got to do. At some point, I need to do the reverse loop going this way to take some pressure off a lot of these kind of ferry lines. Where is the ones that got the most pressure? Is it like these ones down here? Like this one here, holy smokes. How many lines are on this? See, it's coming from that direction. So if I can get some going this way, it might take a little bit of the pressure off. Not too much, just a little bit. So we shall see. Also, we kind of played around with getting rid of the train line down here, which I do need to remove as well. But again, it will all come with time. It will all come with time. So I also want to think about building on these areas. And I reckon what we should do is we'll plan out the 4-lane road first that goes through and around this area. So we have this one that sticks out, so we'll stick it out by a 10 just there. We have this one here which we're going to stick out. We'll stick this out by 10 as well. And then we'll create another one just here that will also stick out by 10. So I want this road to meet this road down here. We're going to kind of bend it down and then in a bit. Bring it in, and then this road here will just kind of connect, just so we can utilize a little bit more of this. So if I choose, and let's pick a, okay, let's pick from here. So if I go from a 10 there, and then I'm going to keep this elevated to here, and it will go normal again. So obviously I need to elevate some of this. Actually, do you know what? This is not looking the way I kind of wanted it right now. Alright, keep all of that elevated. We'll select that node, and then raise it. Oh no! Okay, maybe just raise the middle node. Can we get the middle node? Yeah, just to let you know, guys, there's, how do I put this? There's a node on that road. Oh my goodness me, there's quite a few nodes. Right, I don't want all of this. How do I grab that node now? Oh my goodness me, this is becoming quite the predicament. Right, we'll do the old school way. We'll do the old school way. Grab the move it tool, right? And we want to select everything. Well, actually, we don't want to select any buildings, props, decals, surfaces, trees. No others, power lines, fences, paths, tracks. So I want... Oh, what's going on here? Why is it freaking clothing? There we go. Finally, the old school way. So raise, I mean, I say to raise this up. I feel like it should be pushed in a little bit closer. And we just weren't going to get that. The way this was set up. I can't believe how off this slightly is. But we'll go with that anyway. Because I just want to lay the foundations down right now for this area. That's pretty much all I want to do. So, we need to get this connected. So, going back down to here. The connection happens there at a 62. So, if I go to a 52. Let's get the 10 by 10-ish bending. There we go. I don't know whether to actually connect from that now. And then obviously, I want to do something here. So what I might do is bring this. That's the 10 by 10 like that, and then connect that up to there, that into there. Which it is slightly a little bit off, but I can move this. There we go. To get the best of these angles. So there to there, max out the bends on this. Alright, how far can I push it? There we go. Swoopity swoop swoop. Now I don't know whether this is going to be a good idea. Because you can never get it perfect. Like the run. So where that would meet to a 60... Oh, hang on, hold on. 10 by 10. Is that too much, though? I feel like that could be a little bit too much. Hmm. 9 to get a 10. Or as close as you're going to get it there. I like the idea of it kind of wiggling through. I like the idea of it wiggling through. Because it's going to add a little bit of character to this area. It's not going to be the straight grids kind of system. Like how we did a little bit of a bend here and we got some funkiness going on. I'm going to leave that as it is because it's going to force me for some inspiration to build this area up. Now for this... I reckon we just have to kind of come off this here. And then I'm going to probably be forced to use the connection tool like this. This is just to kind of have a shorter connection to the airport as well. And I don't see it really going anywhere else. Would it access all that road, go over to this area? I don't know. There's the option it could then come over the highway, another connection, continue. But that's hypotheticals. That's how we'll kind of leave it for now. So we're going to residential this area up a little bit of commercial. I want to build some industry over here and hook it up to the train line as well, which will be quite interesting because we do have quite a bit of industrial demand at this moment in time. So we'll see what happens. Now, how is this working over here now? So it's quite busy. It will take away from this junction as well, this. Oh my god, how quiet is this? Yo, this is quiet. Which does put a lot of pressure on this, but you could always set it up in a way that we can benefit most. Now, this is the issue of not having this road here hooked into any of this, because now they have to kind of go around and in, and even these guys now, with the amount of pressure you're throwing onto it, you get these awkward crissy-crossies, which is not good. So what we should really be doing is making this red lane go through, because it will force people to get into the green or blue lane over there to get into these a little bit easier. But at the same time, they might need to get into the blue lane, which, if I force that right there, you've got, if you're in the blue lane here, you've got the ability to kind of turn into this lane to kind of cut in. I don't know what dramas that's going to cause. I'm not sure in what ultimate dramas that will cause over time, but it's not the answer, okay? This is not the answer, but there is a solution around this. There is potentially a solution around this to kind of implement more vehicles into this area. I could just revert back to this system and not have this, because even though that was, you know, okay, it wasn't annoying. It wasn't crippling our systems. I also need to get this going across as well to connect over to here, so I wonder if that would change many things with having the ability to go down to this way, to that highway. I reckon this is not a great idea, so I'll delete it next episode. Don't worry. We tried something, it didn't quite work out, but at least we got this big boy over here. That's going to be interesting as well. Anyone using my new road over here? I don't see anybody using it or wanting to use it just yet, but this will become the hustle and bustle of a brand new residential area, which means we can then utilize canal stops more along this strip as well, and eventually get that connected down to there with bigger outer loops. Oh my goodness me, this is going to be crazy. Big expansions to come, boys. Hope you are enjoying this series. If you are, smash the like button down below to tell us to my see you soon.